Hello everyone. So this is the first example of the plugin that I'm developing. It's called MetaCsound and basically tries to integrate the sound engine Csound into Unreal Engine. And it's doing it by using MetaSounds, which is a sound middleware that Epic Games is developing for Unreal Engine specifically. So we will start by demonstrating that I have here on my project, I have here in the plugins, I have installed MetaCsound. And here in the plugins, I have, if it wants to open, I have here installed MetaCsound as expected, and of course I have as well MetaSound installed, because without MetaCsound cannot work. Of course I have Csound as well installed in the computer. So, and the last thing that it's important to do is to create a new, in the content folder, create a new folder called Csound files. It has to have this specific name. And here you can put the CSD files, which will be the Csound files. Here you can put whatever you want. And on the project settings, you have to have in packaging, in additional non-assets directories to copy, you have to put the name of this folder in order to package the files correctly when packaging your game and making the build for your game. So now that we have the environment correctly installed, I'll show you the first example, which is the wind. So I will open the MetaSound graph called wind. And here, as you can see, there's a new node called Csound, and says 2 because it has 2 in audio inputs and 2 out audio inputs. And here on the file, I have the wind name, the wind string, which is the same one, which is to say that I want to execute this wind.csd file inside the Csound files folder. So here on the onPlay input, it will start playing automatically, and the audio output of this node will be directly redirected to the output. But here, as you can see, I have this pound speed input that we will be using for controlling the amplitude, as we will see. So if we see the Csound file, here we have it. We have first of all, of course, the number of channels 2 because it's a stereo output. So number of channels 2, and then the control channel, it has to be called exactly the same as like in control 0, because it has to have the same name as this parameter in the Csound node. But let's check the instrument. Of course, first we get the amplitude by getting the channel, and then we do some more operations. And because we want to make a wind, we will use pink noise to generate this wind sound. And then with an LFO, with an oscillator, we will be modulating the cutoff frequency between 20 and 80 hertz. Because here we will, with a tone filter, with a first order filter, we will be changing the spectral range of the wind. Lastly, we are making a portamento for the amplitude, because it can vary very quickly. So better to smooth it out with a portamento opcode. And then we basically we output the result of that, multiplying, of course, by the by the amplitude, which is K port. So if we go here and we start playing, we are listening to this. And if we modify the input, you can see that, you can hear that the amplitude is changing as well. So then when playing, we will not have this knob here to control. We will control this by the speed of the pawn of the player. To do that, we will go to the here to the level blueprint. We will get the player pawn, the velocity, and the length, so the magnitude, and we will put some ranges. So then when the map loads and we begin to play, we will spawn the wind MetaSounds graph, and for each tick we will be basically inputting with this name the current speed. As you can see, pound speed is the same name as here, pound speed. It has to be the same name. So what this will do is that it will basically modify the amplitude by getting the pound, the speed of the player. So if we press play now, we will be able to hear that when I move, the amplitude will rise up, will rise. Okay, so this is the end on the first of the first example. Thank you for listening.